What's going on, everybody? If this is your first time to the channel, I really appreciate it, or first time watching the video, thank you so much for tuning in. What I want to do is not only talk about sales management and things that I'm currently in, but I also want to talk about times when I was on the floor. So I was selling new home sales and I'm working really hard. It was one of those months that if you've been in sales long enough, you know you're just grinding it out, right? I mean, I had the number, I had done it, but it was just kind of at that point where I was just like, I know I need to get one more. And so sure enough, it's a Sunday afternoon after a really long week, and in comes this, older couple, really, really sweet. And so I sit down with them and we start talking to them about what their needs are, what their wants are, trying to figure out that why are they there, how I can help them. And we spend about an hour and a half, 2 hours together, have a really, really great time. Didn't really get a commitment that day, but felt good about the meeting. And so I immediately, obviously they left. I sent them a full follow-up that was, really detailed, exactly, based on what we were talking about, sent them photos and just, put kind of a little bit of bait on the hook and thought, hey, we'll see what happens here. So it was really interesting. I come back in the next day on a Monday and, in Mondays, you're just kind of moving through your paperwork, getting through, all the admin type stuff of your position. And sure enough, I get this email back from that older couple. And the email comes in and they just simply say, hey, Stanley, we had a really great time with you yesterday. We really enjoyed what we were looking at. We love the photos that you sent over, and we're ready to make a purchase on this house. And so instantly I'm sitting there thinking, well, if that wasn't the easiest sale I've ever gotten, I don't know what is, right? I mean, it was, how many of those do you really get, right? So I'm excited for them. We set an appointment. They come in and we sign the contract and everything. So after we sign the contract, get the earnest money, we're sitting down and I'm talking to them and I said, hey, I'm just a little curious. I've been doing this for a while, and it's not every day that you get somebody who's just ready to buy at that time. Can you walk me through a little bit of what that was about? And sure enough, I'll never forget what they said. They said, Stanley, we went to 16 new construction home communities before we came to see you. We were exhausted. We were depleted after a full day of looking at inventory and new homes and sites and different sales consultants. And they said, what was interesting, though? The only thing that was really different was you. And I thought to myself, well, aren't I great, right? No, but the truth is that the thing that created that differential between me and the 16 other communities they went to was I was the only sales consultant out of 16 communities that followed up with them the same day. The only sales consultant. The only one that wrote them an email and put photos in there and just thought, hey, we'll just see what happens. As sales consultants, so often we sit there and we talk about, all the things we can't control, right? The market going up and down, the volatility, our bosses being tough, that we don't have enough incentives, or, the government, and you fill in the blank, right? There's a million different things that as sales consultants we use to blame other reasons why we can't sell. And what I find is the more I dwelt on all the things I couldn't control, the more frustrated I became. But when I made the pivot as a sales consultant that really took me to that next level was when I stopped caring about all the things that I couldn't control. I can't control the market. I can't control tariffs. I don't know what lumber prices are going to do. I don't know what concrete's going to look like. I don't know when COVID's going to go, ability to overcome objections. You see, in sales, what I would strongly tell you, if you're a sales consultant that's struggling right now, stop worrying about all the things you can't control. Stop being frustrated by those. Lean in on the things that you can. You can send that extra email. You can make that extra phone call. You can do that extra text. Those are the things that are going to create the differential between you being good and you being great. And that's what this whole thing's about. I wasn't better than the 16 other sales consultants I went and saw. I probably don't even have a product that was tremendously better than what they had seen. But the one thing that had them buy from me was my follow-up. My question to you is this: how many sales have you left on the table this month, this week, this year, just because you didn't send the follow-up, just because you didn't send the text or the email? Is it worth it to you to be great? You can't control everything, but you can control that. So I hope this encouraged you today, guys. I hope you go out there and you attack the week and you find ways to get that extra deal done by controlling what you can control. Let me know you guys are out there. Drop a comment if you've got a similar story out there, or maybe you've kind of encountered other things that are outside of your realm of control and how you're getting through them. Let's build a community of support for each other. Let's be there for each other. Let's share best practices. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, and commenting on the video, it would mean the world to me. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.